I grew up struggling to read or research on my own. I always felt like I was a step behind. But now, with a few tools, I have more knowledge at my fingertips than ever before. These 6 tools have leveled the playing field, and I'm gonna show you how they can change your life too. Stick around, because I'm gonna show you the most powerful tool, the one that I use every single day, at the end. Here are 7 tools that have helped me as an entrepreneur with dyslexia. The 7th tool is a tool that I use every single day, and it gives me more knowledge than I've ever had access to. Number 1, Siri. Siri can be a little clunky, but it's great for basic things. I often will have it just spell a word for me, or I'll give it a quick math question that I want answered on the go. I can also do it hands-free, so it makes it great. It's a great tool, but it is a little clunky. I am hopeful with the new Apple Intelligence that is built into the new iPhone coming out that it's gonna be even better. Number 2, voice to text. This is something that every dyslexic person should get comfortable with. It doesn't do punctuation very well, but spelling, it's a lifesaver. I use it all the time. Basically, I have it set up on my computer and my phone. Anywhere there's a keyboard, I can use voice to text. Again, keep in mind, grammar's not perfect. You don't wanna do a legal document with it. You wanna have someone proof it, but for everyday activities, for emails, text messages, basic communications, it's a great tool to use, and I highly recommend it. Number 3, speak selection. This is something else that I use every day, all day. I recommend getting very comfortable with this. I also utilize headphones and earbud, makes it very user-friendly in public. If I'm sitting in a restaurant, a meeting, if I get a text message, I can have it read to me in my ear so it's not loud, because you don't want everything read in public. And so that's a great little hack to make it more user-friendly in public. But this is something that I use on websites, I use in emails, text messages, really anywhere there is text, I can use this feature. Highly recommend it. Number 4, live text. This is something that I have found to be very useful. Sometimes I'll find a website or some kind of text, for whatever reason, it won't let me highlight it. But if I take a picture of it, I will even break out my phone, take a picture of that computer screen, and then on the picture, I can highlight the text. It's a great feature. It's just become available in the past couple years, I think, but it's something that I use probably on a weekly basis. It's also great if I'm in a restaurant, I can take a picture of the menu and I can have it read to me. All types of different features where it makes a lot of sense, or a lot of different situations where it makes a lot of sense. Again, the earbud is a nice hack. It makes it less intrusive. If you're in a crowd, sometimes it can be hard to hear, or maybe you don't want someone else to hear it. So it's a great feature to have the earbuds with you, but regardless, live text is a great tool. Number 5, speak screen. This is a cool feature. So if I'm consuming a lot of information, maybe I'm reading an article, or maybe I'm reading multiple pages and I don't want to have to highlight everything, you can swipe down with 2 fingers and it'll read everything on the screen, and it'll just keep reading till it gets to the end of the document. So it'll go page to page. And so it's a great feature for consuming a lot of information. I can swipe down, stick it back in my pocket, and it'll just keep reading until it's done. You can speed up, you can slow down, you can skip, you can go back. It's a really cool feature. It does take a little bit more time to get used to it. Sometimes it'll even highlight the images and tell you what the image is. It'll describe the image to you. So there's some nuance to it that maybe isn't as great if it's got a lot of pop-up ads and stuff like that, but still a great tool. I would definitely recommend getting familiar with it. Number 6, voiceover. Now, this is not a feature I use as often. When I first got an iPad, Generation 1, I used this all the time because this was the main feature. But with all the other features available, it's not as necessary. But it's still a great feature to be familiar with, because sometimes some of the other applications aren't working as well, or it doesn't work on this website, whatever the case may be. It's a good tool just to have knowledge of. I think it was designed for blind people, if I'm not mistaken, and it reads everything on the screen. So it definitely will describe the images. It'll describe the button. It'll give you a lot more information than you need a lot of times. So that's why speak screen is better, but it's still a great tool to have in your toolbox. So if the time comes, you'll have access to it.
Hey, are you dyslexic? Do you love business, or do you just love us? If so, share this video with a friend.
Number 7, Grammarly. Now, this is not something that I really use a lot. I don't do a lot of the fine tuning on our website information, or even really critical emails. I just don't do that work. And so I don't need it as much. So most of my communication is more text message and a little bit of email, but I've just about gotten out of email completely. And so it's just not a need for me, but there's been times when I really needed it. And it's also, can be a little trickier to navigate navigate if you don't understand basic grammar. And so I do recommend that my team use it because it just helps everyone, but it is specifically helpful with dyslexic who maybe struggle with more basic grammar. So the final and the greatest tool that I have is ChatGPT. Now there are multiple different language models out there. ChatGPT was the first one that I've used and I've just stuck with it. But this is the tool that I use every day. I will use it for dictation. I will use it for research. I will use it for punctuation. So this one tool is kind of the one tool that rules them all, so to speak. And I absolutely love it. So it acts as a personal assistant. So like Siri, you can literally just sit there and have a conversation with it, a really good conversation, and you can talk about specific subject matters. You can have it research things for you. In fact, if you haven't, check out some of our dyslexic icon videos. I've actually used this tool when I was in the process of researching and learning more about certain individuals. It's a great tool. If you're wanting to learn things about business, you're wanting to learn things about history, theology, whatever it is, this tool is a great resource and it's only going to get better as we begin to use it more and it gets more data to process. It's only going to get better. And so I highly recommend getting the paid version. The paid version is better than the free version. If you can't afford the paid version, then just use the free one, but the paid version is worth its weight in gold. So a couple things to keep in mind with ChatGPT, it can take some time for it to get familiar with the subject matters that you're talking about. You can actually go in and say, hey, I'm a woman or I'm a man, I'm this old, I have this type of business, these are the things I'm interested in. So you can kind of give it this box to kind of work within, and then you can ask questions based on that, and it will frame things based on the things that you've given it. And so that's a great feature as well. And so I highly recommend taking some time and getting familiar with it and understanding how it works so you can best utilize it. One thing that I've done for writing that has been extremely helpful is I will tell it correct spelling and punctuation only, don't change anything else. That way it'll keep the same cadence and rhythm of my writing and it doesn't rewrite it and become someone else's writing. It's just fixing the basic things to make it more understandable for a third party to look at. I highly recommend getting familiar with all of the tools and resources out there. There are opportunities out there that you may not even be aware of because you're not familiar with all the tools that are available to you. You may find that you really love something based on these new tools that you have at your fingertips, and you may love writing, but you've never really dove into it because you've always been scared of writing because you're dyslexic. You may love all types of different things that you're not familiar with just because you haven't had a chance to explore and play with those things. So I highly recommend explore the options and see what's available so that you can discover what it is that you love and what you're good at. You may discover the things that have given you struggles in the past may be the things that you excel in the future.